All right, everybody. Check 1 2, check 1 2. We back, baby. We back. How's everybody doing out there? Hopefully everybody's still alive. We got the debates coming up. It should be good. I guess this will be the beginning of the end for Joe Biden. Look, I've been saying this all along. Joe Biden is going to go. But they keep holding on. We see Joe Biden all the time. Like we saw the videos, him falling upstairs, falling downstairs, falling off bicycles. He just freezes. He shits his pants. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff going on with Joe Biden, but the debates are coming up. They're going to make a special cocktail for him, I guess. He probably sleeps all day, right? Joe Biden will sleep all day. Then they're going to hit him with an IV of all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Modern science is pretty awesome if you want to keep somebody up for a long time. So, it's going to be like State of the Union Joe. You know what I'm saying? Where he gets a little angry at the beginning and then sort of he like settles in a little bit and he can read the prompter. But here's going to be no prompter. But the debate is being held by CNN, as we know. And the mics are going to be muted. There's no audience, so you're not going to get lock her up chance. You know what I'm saying? That was a huge moment for Trump because, you'd be locked up and the crowd went wild. So you're not going to get none of that. That's what the stuff we were going to miss. And CNN, of course, is going to give Joe Biden every question they're going to ask. But the problem is Trump. Trump is the Trump card. You know what I'm saying? Trump's just going to say what he wants to say. They might ask him a question about global warming. And Trump's going to be like, well, according to Hunter Biden's laptop, you know what I'm saying? He likes to put Skittles on his stuff. You know what I'm saying? So Trump's going to come off and he's going to give us something good. And should be very interesting. You know what I'm saying? It should be very interesting.
Look at this motherfucker.
But what am I going to do? You know what I'm saying? What am I going to do? I'm just out here trying to deliver the news, trying to perform some type of entertainment for y'all. Make sure you like and sub up. Like and sub up just because of that beautiful graphic. I don't know. I changed it to red now. Was yellow. You know what I'm saying? We're moving up in the world. Color technology is taking over. But it's quite wild. It is quite wild that Joe Biden has stuck around this long. Nobody thought he was going to stick around this long. Nobody. And then here's what the pundits from CNN are saying about the debate coming up. And it should be very interesting. So let's hear what they got to say. Of course, we're going to say something else, but they're sort of scared, and they know what Trump's going to bring. Like I said, Trump's going to talk about what he wants to talk about, and maybe he over-talks on the mic and everything. Who knows? But let's see what's going to happen here. You know what I'm saying? Let's just see what's going to happen. Let's play this.
Well, I just want to say that I do think it's to Biden's advantage because they keep acting like he's going to walk out there and fall asleep or fall over. And so just the fact that he's not going to do that, he is sharp on policy. The big challenge that any sitting president has, and remember, Obama had that problem in 2012. When you're president, you have a pretty big job every day. You have a lot to do. You have a lot to manage. And most of the people who you're talking to are people who are reporting to you. It's unusual when you're president for somebody to come and just punch you in the head. And so remember the first Romney-Obama debate in Colorado.
Right.
Obama, he didn't have the moves. He didn't have that Muhammad Ali shuffle. He wasn't really Obama. He was this guy had been in the Oval Office for 4 years, and Romney cleaned his clock. Now, Obama came back the next time and set the record straight. But Biden's got two things working against him. One is the momentum is not there with him, but also he's got a full-time job. All Trump's got to do is sit up in court, not fall asleep, and then go out there and say mean stuff about Biden. When you have a full-time job as demanding as the presidency and then have to turn on a dime and spend an hour and a half arguing with somebody who has no responsibilities, that is a tough mental turn for anybody, even a young guy like Obama. So we're going to see. But if Biden pulls that off, I think it will be impressive for that narrow slice of people who haven't already made up their mind.
And Van, how big of a moment is this for the president? I mean, I talked to folks in the Biden world, Democratic Party, and they say this is a hugely important moment for the president.
This is the entire election as far as I'm concerned. The entire world will be watching.
Did he say the entire election? Yeah, I think everybody's going to watch. Like, remember in the 2020 debates, Trump came out. I believe it's the second debate. Like Trump crushed the first one, and then the second debate, Trump would just, you know what I'm saying? He just kept antagonizing Joe, giving him the truth about the laptop, who's the big guy, like big conspiracy theories, huge. And everybody, the news made everybody feel sorry for Joe Biden. Like, oh, why is he doing that? But you go back to that debate, Trump was 100% right on all of it. But nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what we do. We're just reporting the news. Nobody cares. So let's carry on. Let's see what Van Jones has to say. But it's right. I mean, if Joe Biden comes out and lays an egg, it's over.
Watching. If you are a carbon-based life form, you're going to be watching. If you've got a functioning brainstem, you're going to be watching. Because if Biden goes out there and messes up, it's game over. If he walks out there and a week later he's lower in the polls, it's panic in the party. But if he goes in there and he can handle himself against Donald Trump, a runaway train, a locomotive, a raging bull, then this guy deserves another shot to be president, because that is tough. You couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. If you can stand toe-to-toe with a runaway train like Donald Trump for an hour and a half, you are fit to be president, period, point blank. This is the whole presidency in a bottle in a week.
That's wild. It's funny they're putting all that in on Joe Biden, this debate. You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy. They're going to put all this, everything, they're going to wrap Joe up right here in this debate. And it's kind of true. Like, say Joe Biden comes out and fumbles and can't get no words together. Here's the problem. Joe Biden's not going to have a teleprompter. He's going to have a lot of rehearsal, and he's going to have key words. Can he remember any of it? And, of course, the hosts are going to help along. You know what I'm saying? So Donald Trump's mic's going to be off. So it's going to be very interesting how this debate goes. If Joe Biden does fail this, I mean, they're going to move him, right? But they got nobody. Maybe Hillary Clinton comes back. You know what I'm saying? Hillary Clinton comes back as vice president. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she's vice president. Kamala wants to step down and become the governor of California. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe Gavin Newsom moves in. But would anybody want Hillary Clinton, knowing that Hillary Clinton is one step away from the White House, to be the chief commander of it all, to have everything, all that power? She would kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? She would probably kill somebody. There's a list out there or two. But, hey, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm just out here reporting the news, making sure everybody stays safe. It's a jungle out there. Couple more immigrants got a hold of some ladies and did some bad stuff. Saw some immigrant crime robberies. Got to protect yourselves. There's a lot of people in this country right now that aren't American and don't love America. You know what I'm saying? They're just here to do bad stuff or stuff like that. You gotta worry about it. It's like we're at war with Russia. We're at war with Hamas or Palestinians. You know what I'm saying? The Palestinians. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate Russians. Russians are cool, man. Russians are cool. You know what I'm saying? They drink vodka. They play cards. 98% of the Russian population is awesome. Is the regime cool, Putin? No, not necessarily. But he does a good job, I guess. You know, is Joe Biden good? No, but I wouldn't hang out with Joe Biden, but I would hang out with 95% of the population of Americans. So you see what I'm saying? We can't put the people against the regime, the governments. They're the ones that are lying to us. You know what I'm saying? They are lying to us. And just like right here, Fox News put out a poll. They put out a poll trying to say that Joe Biden is leading in the polls now. How is Joe Biden leading in anything? Everything I saw, the swing states, everything. They're going to cheat this election. It's going to be wild, America. It's going to be wild. But here we go. Here's the Mockingbird media trying to tell us what to think. You know what I'm saying? They're going to tell us what to think. So let's pull this up and see what they got to say. It should be very exciting here that the polls are in favor of Joe Biden. Joe Biden's gaining?
Releasing new Fox polls right now about the presidential race. President Biden gets his best result this election cycle in the head-to-head against former President Donald Trump. He leads 50 to 48. That is within the margin of error. President Biden hasn't been ahead of former President Trump in the polls since October 2023. He trailed Trump by 1 point last month. Again, all within the margin of error, a very tight race. When listing extremely important issues to their vote, registered voters in this survey citing the future of democracy at 68%.
Why do they keep saying democracy? Economy, stability, immigration, healthcare, abortion, guns. Immigration's number one, so they're lying. Nobody cares about democracy because we're a republic. Maybe I got to explain that. Democracy is the majority wins. A republic is anybody can do what they want. You know, you might not like it, but these people can still protest. In a democracy, if we voted they can't protest, they wouldn't be able to protest. That's the difference.
Economy at 66, followed by stability and normalcy, then healthcare and immigration, abortion, and guns. This as President Biden is preparing to share a stage with the former president in just over a week.
Yep, like we said, it's a week away. The debates are a week away. It should be very exciting. But, you know, it's heating up. It's summertime. It's summertime. Today was summer solstice. Today is the longest day on Earth with the sun. I'm not a scientist or nothing. Y'all know how I feel about the sun and the moon. The moon right now is full, too. I didn't even think about that. It's summer solstice and a full moon. Wow, I wonder how many times that linked up like that. That's amazing. But today's the longest day of daylight. Tomorrow, you will lose a second of daylight until, I guess, the winter solstice, and then we will gain a second of light. You know what I'm saying? That's how they teach it in the history books. But Joy Reid's out here. This lady is wild. She's talking about how the summer is linked to I don't even know how to explain and open this clip. People watch this. I don't think a lot of people do. But that's what they make us to think. You know what I'm saying? Thank goodness I watch less and less just news in general. And we're just flying by the seat of our pants here, trying to give you the real news and keep everybody up to date because it moves constantly. It's like constantly. Candace Owens had a good one today. Candace Owens is on, she was on the Daily Wire, right? Is that the one with the Jewish guy? What's his name? Ben Shapiro, right? She's got her own show. I guess she had to be fired and stuff, but she's got her own show. She did a thing on 9/11. I did the same exact stuff. She showed the clips I showed probably a year ago. Maybe she watched my show, but it's the famous clips of the Israel van and the passport. They just happened to find a passport. But I don't want to get too involved on that. But go watch Candace Owens. It was a good one. Support her. She's doing her thing. And let's watch Joy Reid here just talk about the summer and how we got to throw money at the government so they can fix climate change. You know what I'm saying? Let's pull it. This is one of the most ridiculous things I've seen all day.
But we begin tonight with the lucrative politics of climate collapse and the greed that is literally letting our country burn. Today, millions of Americans from Iowa to Maine are suffering through heat warnings, watches, or advisories. Cities across half of the country, like Chicago, St. Louis, Indianapolis, Detroit, Philly, and now New York, are hitting temperatures exceeding 90 degrees Fahrenheit, though it feels closer to 100. Many of these cities could experience heat indexes hitting 105 degrees by Sunday. These increasingly oppressive hot days aren't a coincidence. They are the predictable impact of the climate crisis. And they're not just an inconvenience, they're also killing us at higher rates. But we begin tonight with the...
Jeez, wow, we're already... Oh, my goodness gracious. What did we just watch? I don't even know. Next thing you know, they're going to probably send up this huge ass balloon to block out the sun. You know what I'm saying? Or it's going to be on like you remember the Goodyear blimp that would go by, but it's going to be like 70 million times bigger. And it's going to have little motors, and maybe it'll just block out the sun for certain countries. Maybe it's a new bioweapon. You just block out the sun with your huge-ass balloons. But it was probably, she was talking about it was 90 degrees. 90 degrees is hot anywhere you go, but it's been 90 degrees for thousands and thousands of years. If you could go back, it was 89, and then it broke 90. So these people are wild. They are wild. When stuff starts melting, you know what I'm saying? When it starts melting, then talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me when jet fuel melts steel. That's what I want to know. But hey, we just out here doing our thing, baby. We're out here doing our thing. Make sure you like and sub up. Spread the word. We're just trying to do something out here, right? Are we trying to do something?
Look at this dumb motherfucker.
I don't know. You tell me. But we got another one, too. The Ten Commandments is back. Speaking of Jesus, the homie. Everybody loves him. Stay blessed out there. But I guess the Ten Commandments are going to be allowed in Louisiana. And they're flipping out. You know what I mean? Because I feel like it's good versus evil these days. It's not red versus blue. It's good versus evil. We got to get rid of this nonsense. And it's a great thing that is probably happening. I don't know about Louisiana, you know what I'm saying? Theo Vaughn would probably have a better thing on that, so ask him how he feels about it. But I'm 100%, I think this is awesome. I think we got to bring this all back, bring back the Lord, and just so we can just, you know what I'm saying, just get some common sense. And I feel like the Bible's got a lot of common sense in it. But who knows what it is? It's thousands and thousands of years ago of stuff written and all this, and it's been translated, and it's just a great story in general. You know what I'm saying? It's just a great story. It's like, you know what I'm saying, do unto others as you want them to do unto you. That's what the Bible's about in the long run. It's got some wild stuff in it. The Old Testament, it gets some wild stuff in it. There's been many movies about it. So, just enjoy yourself. But how do we feel about this? You know what I'm saying? How do we feel about this? The Ten Commandments, I guess they're going to be like, when you say the Pledge of Allegiance, now you're going to say the Ten Commandments, I guess, which is a good thing. You know what I'm saying?
You have the Ten Commandments on the Supreme Court, Library of Congress, National Archives, Ronald Reagan International Trade Building, but sure, it belongs nowhere near schools, even though it's a foundation for much of secular law. I did want to point out, and you brought this up in the Faulkner Focus, Gavin Newsom, his tweet about this, Louisiana has the worst crime rate in the nation, but this is their priority. Okay, so apparently it's wrong to have a priority to put the 10 commandments in schools, but here's the priority in California. The Federalist
Is Gavin Newsom talking trash? His whole state is trash, bro.
headline. San Francisco's London Breed thinks the mayor's top job is naming drag queens. That's what she challenged her debater to do on stage. So that's the priority in California. And I just want to challenge what he said quickly. So it's wrong to have the 10 commandments in schools. It won't solve any of our remedies or problems. But Madeline Murray O'Hair, she founded American Atheist. She's responsible for getting prayer out of schools. Her son became a minister. And let me just read one sentence from him. July 17th, 1963 was the first day Baltimore's children could not pray in schools. Before that date, there had not been a single murder in Baltimore schools. 30 years later, there's a Baltimore school police officer to deal with violence and drugs in schools. So laugh all you want. 10 Commandments, I think, is a better.
So in Baltimore, they get cops in their schools. That's interesting. But I don't know how you can hate against the 10 Commandments. You know what I'm saying? Drop a chat. Tell me your favorite commandment. You know what I'm saying? There's 10 of them that are beautiful. But we're going to get on out of here, baby. We're going to get on out of here. We'll see you tomorrow. It's Friday, baby. Enjoy the weekend. Stay blessed. God loves you. And I will definitely see you all later, baby. Enjoy. It's peace and love, baby. Peace and love.